Congress, would you like to be the President of the United States?
I really don't believe I would, Rona, but I would like to see somebody as the President who could do the job, and there are very capable people in this country.
Most people who are capable are not running for office. Most men are frightened of politics today.
It is a shame, isn't it?
Yes.
It is a shame. The most capable people are not necessarily running for political office, and that is a very sad commentary on the country.
That's a clip of 34-year-old Donald Trump being asked if he'd ever run for president, and his reply is eerily similar to what's happening today. Welcome to Nerk News, I'm Nerkish. Today we're going to take a few minutes to break down a recently resurfaced clip of Trump from 1980, where he discusses the pitfalls of running for president and many of the things he's actually dealing with today. Particularly when he talks about it being a mean life and the impact of his own flaws.
They had major corporations and they had this and that, but they are not running for political office.
Why wouldn't someone like yourself run for political office? You have all the money that you possibly need. You've accomplished a great deal, even though you are only 34. I know there's a lot of things that you possibly can do in the years ahead. Why wouldn't you dedicate yourself to public service?
Because I think it's a very mean life. I would love and I would dedicate my life to this country, but I see it as being a mean life, and I also see it as somebody with strong views and somebody with the kind of views that are maybe a little bit unpopular, which may be right, but may be unpopular, wouldn't necessarily have a chance of getting elected against somebody with no great brain but a big smile. And that's a sad commentary for the political process.
Television, in a strange way, has ruined that process, hasn't it?
It's hurt the process very much. I mean, the Abraham Lincolns of the world. Abraham Lincoln would probably not be electable today because of television.
No brain and a big smile. Who does that sound like? Oh yeah, right. You know, I wanted to share this clip because I remember in 2016, there were memes going around that in 1998, Trump said that if he ever ran for office, he'd run as a Republican because they're the dumbest group of voters who believe any lie Fox News tells them, and that means he could lie as president. And since then, I've met so many people who genuinely believe that, despite it being debunked. Which, I mean, it's pretty obvious that that was BS in the first place. For one, Fox News had just started around that time, and it hadn't become some scary boogeyman for the left yet. Regardless, there is staying power in that meme, and it still occasionally comes up whenever I get in arguments with people about Trump. But what we just saw in this clip is nothing like that. What we saw was a guy who understands the political landscape and how the machine operates. He was pragmatic about himself and his opinions. He seemed to know that he's a flawed but perfect tool for the job, and most importantly, he knew that it would be a mean life to run for president. Which I think is something that a lot of liberals don't seem to grasp. They act like being a CEO or a president is just like being a celebrity who gets to order a bunch of people around, but Trump knew, and boy oh boy did he find out that he was right. I mean, I can't imagine a president experiencing a much meaner life. Well, outside of maybe Lincoln and JFK, that they had meaner lives. But let me know what you think. Did this clip change your perception of Trump at all? What did you find interesting about it? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. That stuff really does help us out. Until then, this has been Nerk News. Thanks for watching.